Crayton, how does this work exactly?
Well, you know, I think pretty much everybody who has a credit card has at some point had it stolen, right? I mean, this happens a lot. And it's a big pain. You have to call the bank and get them to replace your card and get a new card issued, all of that. I don't know if you've also had the situation where you're on vacation somewhere and your transaction gets blocked.
Yes.
You know, and they say,
That's
oh, well, it's a
happened.
fraud alert. And, you know, what this would do is have a way of when the card transaction goes through, the credit card network would check with your wireless provider and say, is this person in the country or the city that they say they are? And once that is confirmed, then the transaction goes through, no problem.
But it's not foolproof, right? Because you could certainly have a theft, but that the burglar is still, is still in that same city as you.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not going to cover every case, but it could cut down on a lot of transactions that are right now either false positives where they say it's fraud and it actually isn't,
right?
Or transactions that are rejected, or that should be rejected because somebody's making a transaction in the wrong place.
Now, anytime anyone hears, oh, someone's going to know where I am, there are privacy concerns. So what about that?
Absolutely. And I should note, this is all still in the testing phase. The companies that are working on this are companies like AT&T, Visa, MasterCard, companies that we give a lot of information to already, right? Yeah. But they're doing this on an opt-in basis only. So, you won't be tracked unless you want to be.
And would you have to pay for this kind of service, or how does the money flow here?
They're still figuring all that out, too, and obviously a lot of costs for banks are passed along to consumers anyway. We just don't see how they're itemized.
Sure.
But what the wireless carriers at least are thinking is that there might be a transaction fee that they would charge to the banks. It might be 10 cents a transaction, something like that. Now, that could add up very quickly, be good money for them, but the banks might be interested in doing that because every call that comes in, every time there's a fraud alert that's a false positive, that costs them $5 or $10. So they could actually make
for them to verify
exactly.
and to dig into that. Interesting. All right.